Yo, what's poppin' everybody? This is Saberwolf94 and today I'm ready to show you guys another old school Dominant Pro deck profile. It's been a while since the last time I made one of these, but today we're going to look at a Magmortar Typhlosion deck. Now, as I always do, I'm going to give you guys what the legal sets would be. Most of the other deck profiles that I've done from Dominant Pro, I do DP through Unleashed, the sort of longest Dominant Pro format, including the two Hard Gold Soul Silver sets. This one is going to be different. This one is just going to be a pure Dominant Pro format. No Hard Gold Soul Silver sets, just going to be DP through Arceus. This way, this deck has a bit more of a chance to do anything because Garchomp C-Level X doesn't have DC. It's just a lot rougher with the Hard Gold Soul Silver sets, and there's a bunch of other water Pokemon too, so it's better this way. But anyways, we're going to start with the level X. As you guys can see, I got this Magmortar level X. Magmortar was one of the very fortunate Pokemon to get a level X. We got this Magmortar level X, 130 HP, 3 retreat, times 2 weakness to water. This card is a good upgrade on Magmortar because of the Flame Buster attack, which is a 4 energy attack, does 100 and it's a snipe. You won't be able to do this next turn, but it's still pretty good. And Torrid Wave, it's Poke Power. It's not too good because Burn wasn't as effective as it is right now. The rules are a little bit different. But essentially, if Magmortar level X is active, you can use this power, make the defending Pokemon burned, and instead of 2 damage counters, they take 3 if they get tails on the burn. It was like this back in the day. But since we're running Magmortar, we got to run Magmortar level X too. So this is the first card. Then I do 3 Magmortars. We have the 1 from Supreme Victors and then 2 of the Secret Wonders one, the main one. The Supreme Victors one is here just because of the Evolutionary Flame Poke Power. This is just something kind of useful when you evolve into this guy. You can confuse and burn the defending Pokemon once again, so the confusion might annoy them. They might have to retreat and make plays like that. So it's nice. His attacks aren't too great, but it's the best one stat-wise too. 110 HP to retreat. Flame Ball can be kind of good. We do 60 and then we can conserve an energy. The mini snipe is okay, I guess. But I just run him for the Poke Power. You can do 3 Secret Wonders if you want. But the main one we're going to focus on is this one. The Secret Wonders one. 110 HP, very good for stage 1 back then. And then everything else on it is good as well. With the pokebody, with the flame body pokebody, every time you manually attach a fire energy from your hand, you can recover 2 damage counters. So it's a pretty good effect. Make this guy kind of a mini tank. And then for each fire energy we have on, the flame blast attack does 20. So if you have 4 to 5 fire energies, you can do 80, 100 damage, and then it becomes really good. The benefit of this attack is that you can start attacking as early as possible too, 1 or 2 energies, and you can still do solid damage. And then the Fireball Bazooka, 40 and then 20 to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Spread wasn't very effective back then because of Rising Rivals Nidoqueen and even bigger Garchomp C-Level X. But it's also kind of a nice attack. I mean, of course, we're going to try and use Magmortar level X most of the game if we can, and then use Flame Blast as this guy's main attack. But these are the Pokemon Magmortars. Okay, and then for the basic Pokemon, I do 4 Magmar from the Mysterious Treasures. You have a few options, I believe 3 different options for Magmars, but I think this is the best one. All of them I think have 70 HP, but this one can do 20 for 1, start for 20, and then the flamethrower attack, if you have to use it, 50 for 3 is solid as well. And then you discard an energy. So I think this is the best one, but you can run any other one if you like. Okay. And this is the Magmortar line. And now for the Typhlosion line, we got 3 Typhlosions from Mysterious Treasures. Now it is possible to build this deck, like if you want to do DP through Unleashed. Of course you have the Typhlosion Prime available in the format, and then you can use that card. It's slightly better in a way. You can attach with that one instantly on the active Pokemon. You don't have to do on the bench like this guy. But you also get a damage counter, plus, you know, like I've said in the beginning, DP through Unleashed, much rougher format, DC in the game, more stronger water Pokemon. So I decided to go full classic, just go DP through Arceus, just like Jason's WordPress page. But this guy is also very good. It's the same sort of fire starter Pokepower you'd expect. We get the stage 2 out. You can grab a fire energy from your disco pile, attach it to one of your bench Pokemon, and this is going to be our main method to power up Magmortar. Now, you can actually use this card, of course, with any other good fire Pokemon. Other picks would be Heatran level X. My favorite one, the best one, is to use Majestic Dawn Moltres, which I think I'm going to show you guys a deck with those cards too. Just a basic Pokemon, does 100 for 3. And you can even use Infernape level X, Infernape G level X, and Infernape G, the Elite 4-1 from Rise and Rivals. All of those are good options. They have their benefits and drawbacks compared to each other. Magmortar has its own perks over Moltres and stuff, not being a basic Pokemon, being immune to Machamp, stuff like that. They all have their ups and downs. Today's Magmortar though. And I guess for Typhlosion, it also has a decent attack. If you go up against water, you do 60 for 3 and then you force them to discard a water energy attached to defending Pokemon. So that's nice. 110 HP isn't the greatest, but we can work with it. So this is a Typhlosion line. I do 3. 1 Gilava, just for the stage 1. His attack isn't too great, I guess. 40 for 2. And then you flip a coin. If tails, you got to discard an energy. It's alright, it's just here as a stage 1. And then the main basic Pokemon, we do 4 Cyndaquils. Attack for free, and that's it. It's the only option. These are the only options. And if you do the Heart Gold format, then you got the options for the first Heart Gold Soul Silver set. But I think even if you do that, this Cyndaquil is the best one. It can attack for free with the first attack. And then I guess the Gilava, maybe you can do the other one. It's up to debate, which is the better one. Anyway, so this is the fire line. And then we got a Claydol line, 2 Claydol. Now, since this is a DP through Arceus only format, I feel a lot safer running a card like this. I don't like Claydol too much in the formats where Garchomp can use like DC and then snipe this guy and die super easy. It's just, you go through the trouble to get it out and then it can easily die. You might only get the effect like once or even none. But in a more balanced, I guess, format, more natural format, DP, without the Heart Gold Soul Silver cards, this guy's much better. They won't be able to snipe him down too easy. And Cosmic Power is going to be our method to draw cards. Very good. And this deck needs it because we're trying to get a bunch of different Pokemon out, do a bunch of different tactics. So 2 Claydol, and then I do the 2 Baltoy as well. Only option for Baltoy as well. I think, you know, we might have a few other ones actually, but this is the best one. Lets you draw cards with the first attack too. So that's the point. Then I do 1 Uxie. To be honest, if I could, I wouldn't run an Uxie in this deck because it's going to take up that bench space and we really need it in this deck. We need space for attackers, we need space for Claydol, and of course we need space for 2 to 3 Typhlosions. But you kind of need it. I mean, we have Rosane's Research. It's a way to instantly fetch it and draw cards. If you can't draw cards any other way that turn, it's just a very good card. So 1 copy, I think you gotta have it. And I mean, I guess if we have to sacrifice 1 spot on the bench, it should be okay. So this is Uxie, 1 Uxie. Then I do 2 Pachirisu as opposed to the 1 that I do in other times. 2 of this card is for Call for Family. I don't have any call energies in this deck, so we gotta make sure we get our basic Pokemon down and be safe from speed decks like Kendra and Machamp and stuff. So this helps us. If I open with this and I have an energy, which is very likely, we can do Call for Family. Plus, it's a lightning Pokemon, and it's a way for us to hit basically, I guess, water Pokemon that are weak to lightning. Now, If they don't have a tool attached, you won't be doing very great damage. They need to have a tool for this card to do like 40 for 1, and then it can be 40 plus 30 or times 2, whatever the weakness they have, like for Gyarados and stuff. But like even if you don't factor that in, it's still lightning Pokemon. I guess we can attack. We do have a specific tech for those cards, and that's this Fan Rotom. Now, you can do this one or the Heat Rotom as well, like the Oven one. The beautiful thing about these cards is that they're lightning Pokemon, but they can change their type. With Fan Shift, Fan Rotom can become a colorless Pokemon. So this means he can basically kill Garchomp C-Level X in one shot with his attack due to the weakness. And as a lightning Pokemon, it's going to hit the lightning weak Pokemon too for a lot of damage. So Air Slash, 60 for 3. And then if you flip a coin, get tails, you discard energy, it doesn't matter. But the point is, it does very solid damage since we're going to aim to hit for weakness. And you can easily power it up. Any energy, you can put fire. You can do Heat Rotom too if you want to. But I think this one is the best one. Free Retreat, excellent. Different weakness too to darkness. Useful resistance to colorless. It's just a good counter to Garchomp. Any other Pokemon that are weak to colorless, like any other dragons, Flygon, and hit the water Pokemon, of course. So it's great. It's not always going to help you win. I mean, if you play against water, you're probably going to lose. But it is a good card against them. Definitely going to help you out. So these are all the Pokemon. Now for the trainers, or supporters, I guess, we do 3 Rosane's Research. There's no Pokemon Collector in DP only, so we got to do 3 of her. Get basic Pokemon and energies, pretty important. Get Uxie in the early game, so we can draw cards that way too. So it's good. You need to run a few copies of this. Then I do 3 Felicity's Drawing. This is a nice supporter because it's going to give us some solid straight draw without shuffling and stuff. And it's a discard outlet too. So if I use this, I can dump Fire Energies too. Dump any other cards that we might not need, like Pachirisu if I don't need to use it, or even like other cards that we wouldn't normally need, other dead supporter cards like Rosane's Research and stuff that I don't need to use anymore. Or I guess you guys are going to see the other cards, but what else can we dump that could be useless? Even Rotom, just could be many things. Anyway, 3 Felicity's Drawing, you guys get the idea. It's nice. Okay, then I do 1 Cynthia's Feelings and 1 Cynthia's Guidance. So once again, since this is DP only, we don't get to use Professor Oak's New Theory. Shuffle and draw 6, very good. So Cynthia's Feelings is the best replacement, I would say. But it's not the most reliable thing. You shuffle and draw 4, and only when you get a knocked Pokemon, your opponent gets a KO, you can shuffle and draw 8. Now this is good if we were hoping our Pokemon will be dying quick, like if you use like a Blaze Ray deck, which you use a Blaziken FB's attack, and you leave yourself open for more damage and then you die. You know that Cynthia is going to be more reliable in a deck like that. But for us, we're trying to survive. We're not trying to die in one shot. So I just do 1, and then Cynthia's Guidance is just a general reveal the 7 top cards of your deck, get anything. I can get like a rare candy, I can get a stadium, I can get anything that I need. It's good. So we have it here. It's like my old school Scala, you could say. And then we do 1 BB Search. This card is a way to get any Pokemon you want by putting a card from your hand into your deck. It's not the most cost effective a card, like you use your supporter just to get 1 and you go -2 when you think about it. But with Claydol, and because it's a supporter, it is kind of good. 1 copy should be good enough. We can get any Pokemon. And then the last supporter is 1 Professor Oak's Visit. I was going to say Professor Oak's New Visit. This card is kind of good. It's like Felicity's Drawing in a way, but you just draw 3. You draw 3, it's straight 3, and then you can choose a card from your hand, go to the bottom of your deck. Now, you didn't really have any ways to draw 3 cards for free in Diamond and Pearl. There's always some sort of cost, even with Felicity's Drawing, as you guys can see. And if you want to draw 4, you got to discard 2 cards. So this is a pretty solid card. Just 1 copy, straight draw. If we have a big hand going, you know, things like Volkner from Rise and Rivals, I don't like that card too much. And you know, other supporters, you don't really have too many great options. This is why Cleala is so important in DP. It's your best method to draw cards. But this is a solid one of draw 3, could be good. Put a useless card you don't need at the bottom of your deck. Okay, now it's stadium time. We do 1 Stark Mountain and 1 Broken Time Space. I wish I could do more than 1 Broken Time Space in a deck like this, but to be honest, space is really tight in this deck, and we want to keep it consistent. But we also need our text too, and it's very difficult to balance that out. So just 1 Broken Time Space. It was the most popular stadium anyway, so in our probability, your opponent might have that around, so you're not even going to need it. And then Stark Mountain is a nice sort of fire card. You can choose a fire or fighting energy attached to one of your Pokemon and move it to one of your fire or fighting Pokemon. So if we can't switch, and we need like, oh man, I need that 1 energy on my active Pokemon to attack. If you have this, you can essentially do like an energy switch. So you get an energy on the Typhlosion on the bench, and then you can move it on your active Pokemon. So it's good. It's a nice card, makes sense in this deck. So 1 should be okay. Alright, then we do 4 Rare Candy. This card doesn't really need any explanation. We can evolve into Typhlosion this way. We can even evolve to Magmortar too, so great card, gotta have it. 1 Luxury Ball, get any Pokemon except from Magmortar level X, pretty good card as well. And then I do 1 Energy Search, just a searcher, deck thinner, get me that far energy. Make sure we have those, you know, discard them with Felicity's Drawing, and not miss my manual attachments too for Magmortar's Pokebody. That's the point. VS Seeker, get any supporter back that we need. Good card. And then Pokemon Rescue, same thing, recover a Pokemon. In all probability, it's going to be your Magmortar level X, but it could be anything else. It just depends on the game state. Alright, and then 1 Night Maintenance. This is another card that you would likely use to recover your Magmortar level X, because we can only do 1 in a deck like this. And I mean, you can do 2 and 2, but it won't be very consistent. So yeah, that's why it has to be 1 Magmortar level X due to the Diamond and Pearl rules. You can't do like the level X on top of the 4th copy of Magmortar. That's how it is. So Night Maintenance, another way to recover Pokemon. Not really energies, but maybe, I guess. We use Typhlosion to get those, so it's just for Pokemon, but you can get energies too if you want. And then I do 1 Switch and 2 Warp Points. You need cards like this in a deck like this, because we put the energies with Typhlosion on bench Pokemon, and then we want to switch. Rotom is a great help because it has Free Retreat. It's something that I can promote as well if I have it on the bench. Power up Magmortar and then switch, you know, those kinds of plays. But these item cards or trainer cards are necessary as well. You can do 2 switch and 1 warp point. This is normally what I would usually do, but I decided to go 2 warp point and a switch this time, because we can use Magmortar to snipe around too. So whatever they decide to promote, I can target the bench too if I want to. So that's the point of these cards. Okay, and then the last thing is just fire energies. I believe it should be 13, but let's count them anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, it's actually 12. Okay, so my mistake. So 12 fire energies, discard them, get them back with Typhlosion. And this is essentially the deck, guys. It's pretty cool. This card is fantastic, super pretty as well. Like I've said, you can build this sort of deck, use the skeleton with the Typhlosions, and then put different attackers in like Heatran, Heatran level X. They're pretty good. Use Majestic Dawn Moltres. It's probably the best version, the quickest version, because it's just a basic. And it does a lot of damage too. You can do that. You can do Infernape and just any other good fire Pokemon, I guess. You probably don't want to do like 2 stage 2s for fire. Like use the stage 2 Infernapes and like the stage 2 Blazikins too. Because, I mean, I guess you could, but I mean, space is going to be a thing. But this is basically the deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know what deck I'm going to show you guys next. I have a lot of these DP decks planned out. So hopefully, if I have enough time, because Fusion Strike is out as well. So we'll see how it goes. SaberWolf94, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What a